Oahspe. Introduction. It starts with a quote. How could I have believed anything less of the kind Father of life? His wise omnipotence could only do what was best and tenderest from the very constitution of his nature of divine love. How could I doubt in God what I, in my little wisdom, should have planned to meet human needs? DeVoe Walter, You Will Not Die, 1907. And it proceeds with this. The title of the book, Oahspe, means literally sky, earth, and spirit. O for sky, Ah for earth, and Spe for spirit. The book is a product of automatic writing, which occurred through the hands of a medium, Dr. John B. Newborough, over the course of 1 year, 1881, in New York City. The book stated that it was written by an overshadowing of angelic beings who are not a separate order in creation, but are actually our elder brothers and sisters, once mortals just like us, but now high-raised in wisdom through countless years of growth and experience. They stated that Oahspe is not a perfect book, nor is it the alpha and omega of knowledge. Rather, it is like a traveler's guide to a greater spiritual growth and understanding. Its purpose is to give us an insight, while yet in mortality, of what the world of spirit is really like, and what the general history to the world has been. As a result, it gives us a greater clarity regarding our true purpose and destiny as the immortal, eventually angelic souls that we are. New students of Oahspe may ask, why would such a book be written at all? Why in 1881 and not some other year? Why through an unknown personality like John Newborough and not through someone more famous? Why in so questionable a form as automatic writing, rather than appearing in a burst of light already completed on a tablet of gold and exhibited for all to see? First of all, Oahspe states that we have entered a new era, one in which we will eventually see the maturity of humanity. It explains that this is part of the natural evolution of any inhabited planet. Oahspe indicates that inhabited planets are a frequent occurrence throughout our vast universe. We entered this new era not long before this book was written, and efforts at enlightenment such as Oahspe are standard operating procedures at those times. Revelations are divinely inspired in more than one form, in more than one place, in varying shapes and styles, so that the greatest number of people can be reached according to their varied abilities to accept and understand. These inspirational efforts have been and will continue to be applied to the full spectrum of knowledge, from the purely spiritual, like Oahspe, to inspired hard science like E equals mc squared. The eventual result would be a mature balance between both spiritual and material knowledge throughout all of humanity, but evolving within an era extending thousands of years, a blink of an eye to those who are beyond mortality. The transmission of Oahspe by automatic writing should not be a surprise. Spirit communion is normal, natural, and not as difficult as some people are led to believe. It actually occurs much more frequently than most people consciously realize, being typically permitted as vague imaginings, intuitive impressions, or even fortuitous premonitions. It is only labeled as evil by those who lack understanding, or by those who believe that they can only maintain their misguided agenda by suppressing honest investigation and keeping us ignorant of the true state of affairs. Knowing their agenda won't stand up to logic and intelligent inquiry. They have learned that inducing fear can serve their interest. Fear and ignorance have long been established as interrelated in nature. It is a sobering realization for the duplicitous that most people, if allowed the unfettered freedom to think for themselves, will eventually arrive at a place closer to the truth. Early in this new era, many people with mediumistic abilities were raised, guided, and groomed by the angels who have us in their care. It just happened that John Newbrough was the right person in the right place at the right time. The one who had the best ability and development at the time the angelic overshadowing was ready to carry out this effort in education.